Hey guys, welcome back to Mindset Managed. Today I wanted to talk about how bad FOMO can be. So if you don't know what FOMO is, it is the fear of missing out. So basically it's like jealousy, it's envy, it's worry that there's something great happening that you're not a part of, that you're missing out on the opportunity of having or doing or being. And I've been getting this a lot lately because, well, it's summer, isn't it? And in summer, people do things. People seem to come out from under their rocks and they're like, yep, let's live life. Summer is happening. The sun's out. There's long days. Let's get things done. Let's do things. Let's go on holiday. Let's wear no clothes and show off our beach bodies. Like, everybody seems to be having these picture perfect lifestyles. And you go on Instagram and you see it all and boom, FOMO hits, you get jealous, right? I think I'm not alone in this. And I think it's hit me harder this year because I haven't been able to go away yet. I've said this before. This time last year, I had been on 2 vacations. They were both amazing, both pushed me out of my comfort zone, both amazing holidays. But then this year, we haven't been able to go. And we'll probably only actually be able to fit in one at the end of the year. And so that does make me kind of sad because I am somebody who likes to travel. Now that I know what travel is like, I want to do it. I want to see as much as I can whilst I'm young and whilst I don't have the responsibility of children and a mortgage and stuff, right? So, of course, I've been feeling a bit sad that I've not been able to go away. And this hit me really hard because my brother has gone away. It's his birthday, happy birthday. And he is away in Lisbon and he's been on this amazing trip with his girlfriend. They've been cliff jumping, cave diving and snorkeling. All the things that I would love to do, that I really want to do, that are all on my bucket list. And my sister did all these things last year when she was in Thailand. And so I naturally feel like I'm missing out on something, that I'm jealous basically. But here at Mindset Managed, we know that it's not enough to just say, oh, I'm jealous, I've got FOMO, that's it, I'm going to sit in it, I'm going to let it affect my whole day, my whole week, my whole year. Instead, we're like, no, let's fix our mindset by reshaping our thinking and going at it from a different perspective. So the first thing that you need to do, if you're like me and you're suffering from FOMO, you're feeling a bit jealous of what other people are doing, having or being, then you need to do these few things. First, you need to gain some perspective. So think about the wider view of your life. Like I say, I had an amazing 3 trips last year. They were only last year. It's not as if it was 5, 10, 15 years ago. It was only last year. So if I gain some wider perspective, I can realise that I'm not missing out that much. I have done things. I have had amazing experiences. I've had amazing trips. I'm not the person who's being left behind again and again and again. I have done these things, and we have to gain a wider perspective of the future. There's still so much time left to live. I'm only 24, so I've got so many years ahead of me to do amazing things. You know, say I'm jealous of my brother for having this one trip. This is just one trip, right? So who's to say that I can't have that same trip next year, that same trip in 5 years, that same trip in 10 years, and I'm still going to be young in 10 years, right? So gain some wider perspective to help yourself to feel better, to realise that time is, it's not slipping away from you as much as you think. You're not as far behind as you think. You actually probably have done a lot of things that you forgot about, or you are going to do things that you just don't know are on the horizon for you yet. The next is to actually think about what you want, you personally. When we go on Instagram and things, we sometimes think that these beautiful lives that these people are living are what we want to do, but do we really? Like, I know for myself that I don't think I could travel long term for like go on holiday for a whole 6 months and travel around the whole of Asia like lots of people do. I'm not sure I could do that. I mean, obviously, maybe out of my comfort zone, and maybe I could do it, but I'm not sure that it would be for me. I definitely want to experience those countries, and I would definitely be there for a long time if I could, but not for such a long time, right? And so if you think that the travel blogger lifestyle backpacking around looks like it's amazing, it does, because these are people are taking beautiful pictures, but there's a lot of hard stuff going on behind the scenes, and it's stuff that not everybody can withstand. So do you actually want that? Are you jealous of something that you don't actually want? Are you getting FOMO for something that you actually aren't missing out on? You just think that you're missing out because it looks so beautiful. So think about what you actually want. Maybe make an actual list so you can see that and think, okay, so this is actually not on my list, so I have no reason to get so upset that I don't have this thing or I'm not doing this thing, right? Next is a similar one. It's to define what success looks like to you. So you look at these people and you think they're so successful because they're driving these amazing cars or have these big houses or are traveling year round or whatever else. Do you actually want your life to look like that? Is that the success that you're going for? Are you going for these big money businesses, or do you want to be that humble person who just writes books for a living and, you know, has perhaps a smaller house and a smaller car, but is doing the thing that they love, right? So it's about writing down what success actually looks like and feels like for you personally, and to think that this person might be having their idea of success and it's really great for them, but it's actually not what looks like success for me. And so I need to stay in my line, stay focused on what I actually want, and to reshape my mindset in those moments of jealousy and realize that's not what I want. That's not what success is for me. That's not what happiness is for me. This is what happiness is. This is what success is, and I will manifest this for myself. The next thing is to actually realize that these picture perfect things that you're seeing on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, on whatever else, isn't necessarily reality. So like I say with the backpacker example, for an example, these people are taking these beautiful pictures, are having these beautiful experiences, but sometimes the people are sleeping in really horrible hostels and whatever to be able to do it. They're on these buses, like jam-packed buses, for hours and hours and hours on end, which is of course an amazing life experience, but it's also not easy to do and not comfortable for a lot of people who aren't used to that. You know, it's a very big culture shock for some people who aren't used to that. So these things that you see on Instagram, one, some of them are filtered and edited. Two, some of these people aren't actually doing those things. It's either a friend who's took those pictures, or they've got it off somewhere else and they're pretending that it's them, or that person hasn't actually been on that holiday this year. Like, I know that I've uploaded holiday pictures from last year, this year. So you might think that they're on holiday having a great time right now, but they're actually not. That's from years ago. So it's good to just take a moment to get a reality check and realize that social media is just the highlight reel of people's lives. It's not the whole deal. It's not all of their life, what they're doing. There's a lot of behind the scenes. There's a lot of sadness behind the scenes, pain behind the scenes, struggle behind the scenes. There's a lot of hardships that got them to where they are. Their picture perfect lifestyle is just a picture, and it's not the full picture of the reality of their life. And of course, the next thing to do is to get a social media detox. If your FOMO or jealousy is really, really, really bad and it's actually affecting how you feel on a deep level, then you need to turn off your social media. You need to either not go on there, or you need to delete the app, or you need to turn off your phone. One or the other. It can be for a few hours, it can be for a whole day, a whole week, a whole month if you're able to. Like, I know some YouTubers have been trying to do it for a whole month, and that's fine if you want to do that. And I know it's very difficult, but it will be very helpful to you, because we can get so wrapped up in other people's lives that we forget how great our own lives are. So taking a social media detox will help you to realise the beauty that's around you, the beauty that's within you, and what you're capable of. So that's much more important. The next thing to do is to set real goals and intentions. This way you'll have a list of things that are actually for you, things that you actually want to do, things that you want to manifest, things that you're doing from a real, authentic, personal place, rather than saying, I'm just going to hop on a plane to this country because my brother went and I feel jealous that he went, so I'm just going to go, even though I can't afford it, even though it's distracting me from my projects that I've got going on right now. Doesn't matter, I have FOMO, I'm going to go, right? That's wrong. So instead you need to get quiet with yourself, realize what you actually want, what your goals are, what your intentions are for this year and the years going forward, and to make decisions from a real place, not from a place of anger, not from a place of upset, not from a place of comparison, not from a low mood, not from jealousy, and definitely not from FOMO, because you are not missing out. These things that you want can happen for you, but there have to be things that you actually want, things that are actually important to you. Don't just do things because everyone else is doing them. And of course, the last thing is gratitude. If you are not grateful for what you already have, then you're not going to welcome more into your life. It's as simple as that. When you are grateful for even one thing in your life, you are shifting your focus. You're saying that I choose to see the light instead of the dark. I'm choosing to see what I have instead of thinking about what I don't have. And when you have that mindset, gosh, 1, it fills you with joy, 2, it brings more to you, and 3, it shifts your perception. So if you are constantly thinking about the bad, then you are only going to feel bad, right? If you can look at the good, then you're only going to feel good. Like, I know that some people are in bad situations, obviously I'm not ignorant to that, but if you can focus on one thing that's good, just one thing, even a small thing, then that will shift your focus and bring you that tiny piece of joy that you need right now. When you're in a place of gratitude, you are not jealous. You are not feeling FOMO. You are not angry or sad or upset. Instead, you're filled with joy because you feel like you have something that's special and beautiful for you. So take a moment now and say, I am grateful for, and fill in the blank. And to just feel that, to really feel it to your core, at least for a moment, and it will shift your entire day's focus. I promise you. I just want to take a moment to tell you that I'm going to be releasing a low mood workbook that'll be coming out next week. It'll be a guide to help you through a low mood, because I was in a low mood this weekend and I've been in a low mood a bit this week as well, and so I was like, I know how to get out of this, so let me tell myself how to get out of it. And then I decided to create a workbook so I can help you guys to get out of a low mood. It's something that you can come back to every time to work through whatever you're going through on a specific level, and to also have your tools and tricks and mindset shifts right there on the page for you every time that you feel a bit icky or a bit low, and you know that, okay, I'm telling myself this advice and you can help yourself get out of it. So look out for that next week. Take care, guys. I hope that you have a great summer and that you're making the most of your second half of the year, and that you're not feeling too much FOMO or jealousy. Consider that mindset managed.